Well, with the prospect of a busy bushfire season ahead under El Niño conditions, emergency services around the country are calling for new recruits. In some regional communities, migrants are stepping up to volunteer. Northwest Victoria, as well as East Gippsland, were declared areas of increased risk in this year's seasonal bushfire outlook. Reporter Tyzo Cusi travelled to the town of Swan Hill and filed this report.
At the heart of the Murray, a town on the border between Victoria and New South Wales is gearing up for a dry summer. Just behind Swan Hill's Uniting Church, newly arrived migrants come together once a week, sharing a meal and learning about the country they now call home.
Keeping them in an environment that they feel comfortable and safe. For example, like here, you can see you just feel like one family.
The Country Fire Authority is making an important visit, providing in-language advice. Sharing his expertise is Hazara refugee Ruhullah Husseini, a Swan Hill local for the last 11 years. For most of that time, he's volunteered with the town's SES branch. He assisted nearby communities through last year's floods. Now he's helping prepare migrants for any future disasters.
To speak to their own language, which is Afghan language, a couple of different Afghan languages. Anytime I'm go and talk to them about any emergency, definitely they are very happy and grateful.
A decade ago, there were nearly 60,000 volunteers with the CFA in Victoria. That number's fallen to less than 53,000 in the last season. But here in Swan Hill, where more than a quarter of the population was born overseas, it's the newest Australians lending a helping hand during times of emergency.
Volunteering right across Australia is starting to decrease, becoming an aged sort of volunteers. But with the new multiculturalism, the people coming in, it's very important for them to get involved.
Swan Hill's firefighting authority says prolonged rainfall has created a higher fuel load, which spells greater fire risk. One evening a week, it's training night at Swan Hill's CFA station. Volunteer firefighter Anton Fernando is among several Sri Lankan families in town.
They never had experience like this in here, how big and how bad it is.
The town also has a strong Fijian community. Many work in local abattoirs.
It was a boring part for me to just back from work, stay at home and nothing to do. So I'd rather put myself out, like coming and help the community like we did back at home in Fiji. We always help each other.
Having people like Joe and Anton bringing what their culture, their beliefs and intermingling it with our brigade, I think is absolutely fantastic.
When he's not volunteering, Ruhullah spends time calling loved ones overseas. He's only just been granted permanent protection and is still waiting to be reunited with his wife and young daughter.
With all this limbo life I've been through for the 11 years, waiting to get a piece of paper, a permanent visa, limbo life. I swear to God, if I did not have the ACS around me, and I might not be here. Love you, Nuriem.
I love you.
Love you, Nuriem. Bye-bye, mother.
I love you too,
But with a bushfire season underway, his second family of volunteers is all he has for now. Tyzo Cusi, SBS World News.